at Three Rivers. Pirates lead 2-0. Lenny Harris, the chopper. Brian Hunter boots it. It's caught World Cup fever, I guess. Harris scores and a double by Morris. Tony Fernandez, what a series he had. Off John Fat Lieber. A 2-run homer, 11 for 18 in the series for Fernandez. Jay Bell for the Pirates, to short right. Jeff Branson makes a nice play. It was important because Andy Dick Van Slyke sends it deep off John Smiley. It tied the game at 3. Pirates have homered in 13 straight games. That's a club record. But they didn't give the Pirates a lead, and then Branson gives the Reds a lead. Back, gone. 4-3 Reds. Bottom of the ninth, tying run at third, winning run at first. Jay Bell. Oh, this may do it. Back goes Reggie Sanders, but he's got room and makes the play. And the Reds beat the Pirates 4-3 as John Irish Eyes are Smiley evens his mark at 8-8. Brantley on with save number 10. He used to be the batting coach for Joe Torre with the Cards. They're comparing notes. It's been a kind of a wild series, this 4-game set between these two clubs. Todd Zeal, watch this play. Hayes steps on first, but off the wrong foot, throws this to East St. Louis. Pagnazzi will score from first, but here's Zeal going to third. What a play. Don't even attempt to score it at home. 2-2 game, top of the 8th. Walt, 3 blind whites. To the gap, Mark Whitten, no, can't knock it down. Nelson King Liriano being sent around. First cutoff is missed. Throw home, what? It's not in time. They barrel in. The Rockies lead 3-2. Brian Jordan to center field. Down 5-2 with the Cards. Mike, the man who would beat Kingery, snares it. That's kind of a wild game, a wild series between the Rockies and Cardinals. Rockies win this one by the count of 5-2 as Steve Reed wins the first 2 games of the series. Top of the first inning, a base hit to left. Tries to stretch it into a double. Kevin Elster, recently called up at shortstop, goes out, gets it, guns him. Chris Fazio's turn in the rotation, but Lou liked the fact that lefties have been doing well against the Yankees. So John Cummings, the lefty, starts, and early on it looked like good strategy. 5-4-3 DP, nice turn by Soho on the grounder hit by Velarde. Cummings gave up 1 hit through 5. Top of the 4th, Griffey on first after being hit by a pitch. Melito Perez with a pitch out, and they get Griffey caught in a pickle. Griffey's tagged out. Greff 1 for 3 today. Bottom of the 6th, 1-0 Seattle. Bases loaded for the Yanks. Pinella decides to stay with his lefty. And the righty Mike Stanley bounces it just off the glove of Amaral. Boggs scores. Jim Frito-Lay scores 2-1 Yankees. Paul O'Neill doesn't play against a lot of lefties, but he played today. And off Cummings, it goes back. Gone. 3-run shot for O'Neill is 14. The Yankees win it 5-2. And so the Yankees salvage the 3rd game of that 3-game set as Melito Perez ups his mark to 7-3. Howe comes on with save number 8. By the way, the Yankees did sign Greg Harris. Top of the 1st, Bo Jackson. Base hit up the middle. Tim Sockeye Salmon scores 1-0 Angels. Rains came after 2. Rain delay of 1:49. Well, during the rain delay, Mark McLemore had some fun. Took over from behind the camera. Hey, kid, wake up! After the rain delay, the Orioles' bats woke up. Bases loaded. Cal Ripken Jr. with the bases full. Sends it back. I think McLemore ran camera on that. It's gone. 5-2 Orioles. 3rd career slam for Rip. Curtain call for the Orioles leader. 2 batters later, the catcher, Chris Bubbles Hoyles in trouble off Craig Jeff Leffert. It's a crowning blow. It's a 2-run shot. Orioles lead at 6-2. Solo shot I aired. 15th homer of the year for Hoyles. And the Orioles, after that rain delay, come out smoking. And they beat the Angels by the count of 10-3. Rafael Palmeiro, one of the omissions on the All-Star team we'll talk about, went 4 for 5 and a pair of RBIs. Williamson the win out of the pen. Brewers and the White Sox. Not a lot of White Sox highlights today, but Bob Zupsik certainly provided one in Comiskey. There's a World Cup crowd with the international flag. For the Brewers and lots of highlights. Wilson Alvarez, one of his rare subpar outings. Kevin Alka-Seitzer gives him a headache. 1-0 Milwaukee. 3-0 Brewers. Key point of the game. Pitch out, but John gets his jaws out. Singles to right off the pitch out. It's 1st and 3rd. He played because Dave Death Valley of all people, sends this Alvarez offering off the wall. 2 1/3 innings, 6 runs, 3 walks off Alvarez. Meanwhile, for Milwaukee, Angel in the morning, Miranda. 5 innings pitched, struck out 3. The Merrily Rush that did that song. I don't know where I came up with that one. Milwaukee's defense, Jody Reed made a nice play. Snow cone on the pop-up and foul ground by Ron Miami Carcavice. And that's a holiday. We're throwing everyone out that we have, Peter. The Brewers beat the White Sox by the count of 9-2. We gave you Miranda's numbers. Shortest outing of the year. Out streak, could it go to 3 for Bobby Witt? Mo Vaughn had other ideas. The hit dog says it back. Oh, it's just off the top of the wall for a single. Yes, that happens at Fenway. Rano Broha, wear the shade, says Ricky. It's summer in New England.
Heeman is running, and
Henderson with a base hit scores Scott Heeman. Then Baroa shades off, singles in Henderson. Sergio Exxon Valdez with a slick, wild pitch, scoring Ruben Sierra. 7-0 Oakland after 5. But Bobby Witt, look at him right to where Heeman sets up. Look at the catcher, and look at where the pitch goes. That was Cooper. That's Vaughn. This is Scott Cooper in the 9th. Runners at first and second. All the question left. Could they spoil the shutout? But no, Brent Gates makes the play over to Neal for the double play. The A's win it 10-0. So 3 straight shutouts for Bobby Witt, who's really slipping. A 1-hitter, a 2-hitter. Today with a 6-hitter. By the way, the American League record for his consecutive scoreless innings. Throwing pretty well. David Cone looking for win 12. Had a working Mike Huff at the inside breaking pitch. Look at Cone dropping down and throwing from different angles. That's against Mike Huff as well. Then Dick Schofield freezes right there. Schofield K 3 times today against Cone. 7 innings for Cone, 9 Ks. Gave up just a run. Dave Stewart used to pitch that way, but alas, not this year, at least most of his starts. Greg Gagne with a spoon. 2-run home run at 7th of the year, 2-0, the Royals. Mike McFarland says it back. This one bought lawn seats in left center field at Kansas City. Cito has seen it too often. Just doesn't look in the cards right now for the defending champ Jays as the Royals get win number 12 for David Cone, and the Royals beat the Blue Jays by the count of 11-6. On Eddie Williams Garner, look at the fans. Look at him make the move up the steps, cut across the blade. Oh, what a great catch. Boy, they play some good D. Drops the ball, giving high fives to his friends. Trevor Hoffman says, hey, you made that good a play, you get the ball. Meanwhile, they were fired up watching Andy Merchant of Venice. He started the game with a strikeout. And against Bobby, oh, that's just nasty, down and away. Jeff Clark Kent was not super. 13 Ks today for Venice. 5th inning. Helps himself out. On a 3-2 fastball off Peter Smith. Bases loaded double. 3 RBIs for Venice. No hitter into the 7th. Bonilla knocked down by Venice. And he keeps his dream alive. No into the 8th inning. But Rico Bronya from Watertown, Connecticut sends it to right center field. Derek Bell can't get it. Here's Venice looking that in the 8th inning, he couldn't nail down the no-hitter, but he nailed down the 1-hitter. And folks, last time I checked, that was pretty good. Hey, I know his record is 6-9. The guy will be a 20-game winner and a consistent 20-game winner with any sort of ball club. And the Padres beat the Mets by the count. But it was Craig Matinee at the Biggio, and anyone could buy a ticket to this. Shot to left field, scores Andujar Cedeno, 2-0 Stros, 30th double of the year for Biggio. Ken Caminiti, why is he on the All-Star team along with Biggio? Watch. Look at the backhand and throw to get Jose Hernandez. More D. Eddie Zambrano hits it off the glove of Caminiti. Cedeno bare hands and throws. The Rockets won. Can the Stros win? And Plesac in relief. Caminiti, oh, that's just perfect. Down the right field line, Sammy Say it ain't Sosa. Misses the ball. And it's the nattest of all bids. Caminiti around third. He'll try the inside the park or the relay. Save! Inside the park, home run. And the Stros, behind Caminiti and Biggio, pound the Cubs by the count of 12-6. Greg Swindell evens his smoke, and Lou Frazier adjusts the shades. But forget the shades. Robbie Thompson Just back in the lineup a week ago for the Giants, a home run off Kurt Reeder, 1-0 Giants. Thompson fighting the sun on the pop-up by Marcus Grissom. Where is it? You just can't find it. Still in the fifth with 2 on. Larry Walker over the fence. 5-3 Expos, his 14th homer. But the Giants all of a sudden have found their hitting stride. Mark Carrion gets a break when Walker can't find it and makes the Expos pay. While former Giant Gil Heredia sends it way back with 2 on and gone. Third homer of the year for Mark Carrion, my wayward son. And so the Giants win that game by the count of 8-5. They split their 4-game set. Mark Portugal off the DL gets the win. They sent Solomon Torres down to the minors. Rod Beck hadn't had many save opportunities in a month, but he comes